Hello everybody and welcome to Innocent Just Plays Hard Survivor 4 as Poland, where we are trying to defend ourselves against the German Reich. So let's continue. We are still researching many things. So we are building up our industry, and so far I think we have got a quite strong basis already. And our equipment is pushing out fast enough that I might think of actually going towards the extra recruitable population, because I don't want to increase my conscription law anymore, because that will increase our training time as well. So I'd rather have the passive bonus over there. It will take us like half a year to research it, or whatever you call it, and by that time I think we will be running low on manpower. So after this I will definitely go for that. Let's get some new research over here. Concentrated industry is done. And we can go for concentrated industry number 3, but it's still really far ahead of time, so let's wait on that until we at least are a little bit closer. I think I will get some support weapon equipment. Some better support equipment actually. Automatic weapons are becoming more portable. Submachine guns have already proven effective. The development of handheld support weapons must continue. The famous aviator Amelia Earhart, the first woman to complete a solo flight across the Atlantic, has disappeared, along with her navigator Fred Noonan, near Howland Island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The two were attempting to fly around the world in their twin-engined Lockheed Electra plane when they vanished. A search for the missing aviator has now been conducted by the US Navy and Coast Guard, but there is little hope of finding him. A loss for aviation. This also has a random chance that she actually will survive. Let's keep going down the Grand Doctrine battle plan. Yeah, he's also complaining about our low manpower situation. So finish the central industrial region, and we'll go ahead and get some more Polish stuff. Strengthen the Polish state, which incidentally will also give us more political power. So what will we spend our next political power on? I think it will be some research and production thing. Japanese and Chinese forces have skirmished conclusively over the strategic Marco Polo Bridge located just southwest of Beijing. China has rejected Japanese demand for an apology and territorial concessions, claiming instead that a breaking point of Japanese aggression has been reached. Diplomats fear that the volatile situation could result in war at any time. Interesting times indeed. So yeah, we want to have one of these guys, and we either get a small arms guy over here, or an artillery guy, or just an industrial concern, so we can cut our industrial research time down a little bit more. I don't think we need any of the political advisors. We're not going to switch our ideology. We're going to keep nice and unaligned, and trade deal opinions we don't need. Prince of Terror eventually, when we start conquering German territory, might be really useful for us, but not now. And there it is. I think we're gonna go with industrial concern, the PKP. Get some nice research reduction on some industrial research. And with that, we might actually go ahead and start researching some in that tree again, get a little bit ahead on some industrial output. We've finished the anti-tank. 200 days. Sure, let's try it. We're pushing out 136 and a half rifle or infantry equipment in general per day now, which is really nice. Strengthen the Polish state while war goes on in China. And we're gonna go with Polish militarism because we are running low on manpower. Good luck, China, you're gonna need it. And most of the infantry equipment that we are producing right now is actually not going anymore over here, but also to the reinforcements, I believe at least. Maybe not yet. We still need quite some. But the next factories will all go to the support equipment, which we are in drastic need of as well. Got mechanical computing, excellent. And we're pretty much done over here. Well, we could go for this already. It's only a little bit ahead of time. Yeah, let's sure. Why not? And you can see that world tension has already risen quite rapidly, with the volunteers being sent to China and the war in China itself. Difficult times. And we're gonna go with a infantry equipment designer over here, the FB, so we can get some faster research time on our infantry equipment. And it's gonna take 30 days before we have more manpower, and I think that's pretty much perfect timing. Well, we are now definitely sending equipment to the reserves. Support weapons are done. These are ahead of time, so I want to research some military police. We're not going to use that directly, but that will become quite useful for us once we start occupying once again. Set these guys to the front line. Ten more days. And then is the question, where would we focus upon now? That's a good question actually. One more day, and there it is. We now have 800,000 manpower again. Excellent. So, there are a couple of things we could do. We could focus upon this, get another military factory, get civilian factories, go for, well, this is not useful because we need 13 more factories and we're not going to get those. Because this is 1, that's 2, then we need to build another 11. It's not going to happen. We could go further over here, defensive focus, build some forts, but also military factories construction speed. We can get this, we can start doing some justifications of war. We're not going to declare war, we're going to defend ourselves against Germany. Or we can go over here with some national unity, trade deal opinion. It all was like not that useful, I think. Baltic Alliance, well, maybe. What I think will be the best for us is prepare for the next war, which will give us a reduction in land doctrine research speed by 50%. And that will be done before the ground assault is actually done, so the next doctrine that we'll actually be getting will be faster than normal. By 50%. Then let's take a look over here. Let's add another 10 maybe? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are producing quite a lot of infantry equipment, so you might as well. So every time one of the complete batches finish, we spend about 100,000 manpower. We're going really heavy on this. Are we going too heavy? Maybe. There is a distinct possibility we are going a little bit too heavy on it actually. But it will be really strong. Because we still have like 1.5 years to prepare. So we have enough time. And we are pushing out pretty much enough military infantry equipment right now as it is. I'm going to keep this level of infantry equipment at least for now, but sooner rather than later we will scale down the production of the infantry equipment. We need to produce more support equipment, we need to produce artillery, we need to produce anti-tanks as well, so yeah. But for now we just want to push out more men. Get them some basic training. And we are lacking some steel. Get us more steel, France. Thank you very much. The construction now is slowing down rapidly. Ooh, and the Anschluss of Austria. After a successful coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. No fighting has been reported and German soldiers were greeted by cheering crowds in the cities. In a speech before a massive crowd at the Heldenplatz in Vienna, Hitler announced the Anschluss of Austria, annexing the country into Germany. The oldest eastern province of the German people shall be, from this point on, the newest bastion of the German Reich. If that's what they wish. they're gonna lose. So we can go with standardization of the equipment, which will lead us to reduction of infantry weapons. Research time, but I think we want to go for the defense of Poland. And we don't really need that yet. We can go for develop Upper Silesia for an extra civilian factory actually instead. So let's get the chance and do that. How are we doing? 12,000, but it's only 80 days away. So, what do we want now? I think I'm gonna save my political power. War economy is impossible, because we need to be at war. We can go for partial mobilization, which gives us 10% extra factories. Just like 1.2, so maximum 2 factories, and some faster construction speed of military factories by 40%. That is quite a lot. I'm gonna keep it though. I'm gonna keep the political power because we will eventually need it for more things. Not sure if that's the best choice over there, but well, it's a choice. Yeah, we're going well on the support equipment. Let's put a line in for artillery, put a line in for anti-tank. Make sure you are at the bottom. And we have finished the ground assault, which is a doctrine. Now there are 2 ways we can go, with assault or infiltration. Assault, focus on planning, organization, breakthrough, speed, more organization. Well, this goes breakthrough and organization. Focuses on armor, supply consumption, night attack, more organization, and better recon companies. Well, that's really good. This is more planning, well, this is more attacking. Let's go with infiltration. Also finished concentrated industries. That's still quite far ahead. Let's get some better artillery going, because artillery 2 is really important. If you look at artillery 1 in the stats and then at artillery 2 in the stats, there is a humongous difference between them, mainly here in the defense. We go from 0.8 extra defense to 15 defense. That's really good. And there's a 25% increase in soft attack as well. So yeah, I like it. I want to have better artillery. We can modify our units already, but I think that's a little bit too early. We don't really have the support equipment for that yet. We're doing really well on infantry equipment. It won't be much longer before we actually start decreasing some of that production, I think. I say, and it's going up rapidly again. Alright, because a lot of troops are finished now with recruiting. Alright. We got an extra factory, and let's switch to the defense of Poland. We have to wait a couple of days with picking the next doctrine, which is fine. We can store up research if we just don't research anything in it. Maximum is, I don't even know. We're about to see that when this is finished. So military police is finished, and right now there's no technology research. And you can save a maximum of 30 days, research 30 days per research slot. Assign the technology to use, save research days. That's fine. So let's go with some better equipment over here, I think. Better support weapons. The development of automatic weapons which combine with aspects of light and heavy machine guns allow versatility in how our infantry employs their equipment. It just gives passive bonus to pretty much everything we have all our units. And I like bonuses. They're good. More constructions being done. The question is, how much more do you want to push out? He's warning about low manpower once again. That's fine. And we finished the computing machine. And then I want to go with encryption and decryption. The encryption and decryption will provide you with bonuses in battle if you are better than the enemy. We have to wait a couple of days with the next stack over here until the defense of Poland is done. So we will. We will save up the research and we will start researching. So you can see 8 days out of 30 have been saved. Now there is a 50% bonus. And you can see that base cost 300 days, days saved -8. And then there are a lot of bonuses and everything applied. Good. Let's continue with it. Oh yeah, and we need of course a new one over here as well. We can go for the Romanian bridgehead strategy, and I think we should, which will provide us with another discount for researching. Land doctrine, that is. Manchukuo has capitulated. So the war continues elsewhere. This is a great victory for China. Interesting. That's this place over here. They are the puppets of Japan, so Japan is not doing that well. Although they are launching some invasions over here in the south, and over here they're doing well as well. I think in the long run Japan will be absolutely fine. The inter artillery, and then we can go for improved artillery. Even though it's a little bit ahead of time, it's quite important to start doing that as soon as possible, I think, because we want to start building that improved artillery as soon as possible. And in that case, I'm going to put the artillery actually over there. The next factory will be towed anti-tank. And we have almost fulfilled our need for support equipment. What a day. And then of course a lot of units are done training. Gonna take 6 out of this. Oh, that's too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The rest I'm gonna put in an army group. You're gonna be over here at the boulder. And you guys will be over there. We have quite a large Polish army now. Better support weapons are done. Let's go with some better improved infantry equipment. Personnel and crew serve weapons for infantry as well as various other bits of kit a soldier needs. Improved weapon models and more specialized equipment. And then the Munich Agreement. German... Oh, did I click it away? Unfortunately. Germany got their piece of that place. German demands the Sudeten territory in Czechoslovakia, which is home to a considerable German minority, has intensified. At a summit held in Munich, Germany, Britain, France and Italy sought to find a diplomatic solution to the so-called Sudeten crisis. Czechoslovakia was notified to attend. An agreement was reached in which Germany annexed Sudetenland, but will not pursue any further territorial gains in Europe. Mr. Chamberlain spoke to crowds in London. For the second time, a Prime Minister has returned from Germany, bringing peace with honor. I believe it is peace for our time. Famous last words. No war this year then? Well, he's right in that. Calling upon the bonds forged during the Great War, France was requested a formal alliance with Britain, citing unspecified threats against the stability of Europe. Today their request was approved by the British Parliament and France has joined the Allies. They're preparing for the worst, and indeed they are. Our Romanian bridgehead strategy has been started as well. And we can go hell fortified area. By fortifying key areas, we make ourselves less vulnerable should war again come to our shores and borders. which will provide Danzig with quite a considerable amount of fortification, both land and coastal. We don't need that though. We're gonna go on the offensive eventually even. But I think we should focus on some standardization of equipment instead. Get some bonuses for that. But that's all gonna be in the next episode. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.